Congressman Thad McCotter from Michigan joining us now. Congressman, thank you very much for joining us. To be fair to Mr. Liddy, you know, he's only been there a few months. He was asked to take the job. He didn't have much to do with the mess we're in now. What can you get out of Ed Liddy?
Well, I think you're right to focus on the problem, not the person of Mr. Liddy, who did come in. He's taking $1 a year. He's been asked to try to make the best of a very bad situation. What we really need to focus on, as again you rightly point out, is the role government has had in creating this crisis over the executive bonus compensation. That's why people like Steve LaTourette, myself, and others have introduced a congressional resolution of inquiry to find out what the Secretary of the Treasury, what the government knew about the potential bonuses, about the potential breakup of AIG, and about any further bailout assistance. We want answers because the American people deserve them. They don't just deserve demagoguery.
I'm not going to say the bonuses don't matter, but at $165 million, it is less than 0.1% of the total money U.S. taxpayers have put into AIG. Foreign banks, I think it's about 22 or 23 of them, have gotten over $56 billion. Why so much outrage over the bonuses and not about American citizens bailing out Deutsche Bank?
Well, I think there is outrage about bailing out Deutsche Bank. I think that people like myself who oppose the Wall Street bailouts, most nightmarish prognostications have come true. What's happened, though, is so often in American history, it is the symbol that has truly ignited the outrage over the larger picture. I think you're right. I think this is why in this time we should be focusing on, since the $30 billion hasn't been released by Treasury to AIG, rescinding that offer of $30 billion and forcing AIG to go get those compensation packages back. The reality is the American people are fed up with this. They believe they were part now of a leveraged bailout within the Wall Street crisis, and they want to see some equity put back in the system, some sanity restored to their economic markets.
Congressman, we had an analyst on the 11 o'clock program this morning who thought there were billions more to come, that there's still a lot of junk on AIG's balance sheet. Do you think the American people will have to put more money into AIG before this is all said and done?
I think that with investors on the sidelines and with the public watching, what this administration really needs to do is quick, decisive action, both in terms of AIG and in terms of some of the other zombie banks.
Do you think there'll be more U.S. taxpayer dollars put into AIG?
I'm trying to answer your question, Brian. Thank you. But the question is now, you take AIG, there's already 80% government ownership. Take it, break it up, stop the bleeding of the taxpayers now, provide certainty it is too big to fix, and then look for other ways to do that within the banking markets now, to stop the flow of billions more of taxpayer money in an open-ended commitment. It does not need to continue to occur.
Congressman?
Can I answer your question?
Well, you know, I'd like to know yes or no if we're going to have to put more money into AIG. I know you probably can't answer that directly because I'm not sure anybody. Do you think anybody knows?
Under what I'm proposing, the answer would be no. Unfortunately, I'm not the Treasury Secretary. I'm not the President of the United States, which is why we have a resolution of inquiry to find out, A, how we got here, and B, how we stop it.
All right, Congressman Thaddeus McCotter from Michigan. Congressman, good luck with that proposal. Not sure it'll fly, but I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian.
All right. So when did Congress exactly